week's dream cruise will be crossing the Atlantic Ocean. Most people make the crossing by air. This week, we invite you to explore the Spanish coast on board a luxurious ocean liner. Departure is from Bridgetown in Barbados, and after stops in St. Lucia and Antigua, the Silver Wind begins its 6-day crossing of the Atlantic towards Portugal and ultimately Spain. This transatlantic cruise will be aboard the Silver Wind, one of the Silver Sea fleet that sails the oceans of the world. With a length of 157 meters, it can accommodate just under 300 passengers. This is a very intimate cruise when compared to some superliners that can accommodate up to 7,000 passengers. An Italian-style cruise in a friendly, intimate atmosphere. This is what the attentive Silver Wind crew promises. 2 unforgettable weeks aboard this magnificent ship, basking in the lifestyle and extravagant pleasures of a true luxury cruise. Finally, the long-awaited day. It's time to board the Silver Wind.
Hi, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's like staying at a large hotel, except that this particular hotel happens to be in a different, beautiful place every day. Attentive staff bid guests welcome, directing them to their charming suites.
Welcome to your Silver Suite.
Everything exudes luxury. All one could want is here. King-sized beds, a private bathroom with Italian marble, a well-equipped bar that includes champagne. Flowers are everywhere, and the fresh fruit is replaced twice a day. And of course, one of those special details that are hallmarks of the Silver Sea Fleet, a private terrace with almost all cabins. This terrace is sure to be among your finest cruise memories, as there's nothing like starting off the day watching the beautiful horizon at sea. The final touch is waiting for you inside. On the desktop, a welcome aboard letter signed by the captain. This attention to detail is everywhere. Every corner of the ship radiates only the finest of materials from floor to ceiling, and the decor is impeccable. Throughout the ship, guests can easily orient themselves. The cruise will begin in a few hours. The ship leaves the port of Bridgetown tonight, so just relax a while. There'll be plenty of time tomorrow to explore the beautiful beaches of Barbados. Among many other options, why not check out kitesurfing with the helpful instructors from the De Action Boutique, a local company that specializes in water sports.
The most difficult part is like trying to understand how the kite works. That's the most difficult. But once you get a hang of it, everything else is straightforward.
Kitesurfing is a relatively new sport that's very popular in the Caribbean. Beginners first train on the beach until they can comfortably control the kite. Once they've mastered it, speed and the wind can lead to some impressive jumps.
Well, the good thing about it, we got the right conditions, we got the perfect weather, nice sunshine. It's portable, you can bring it on your plane, you can travel with it from beach to beach, not like windsurfing with all the luggage. And it's a new sport and everybody's into it, and you get lots of air because we have big waves here in the reef.
One can easily rent the equipment on the beach, though it's a good idea to take some lessons before taking the plunge. If the idea of kitesurfing sounds a little too energetic for you, the wind can always provide less demanding entertainment. Barbados is a paradise for sailing enthusiasts. The winds are mild and regular. It's a real pleasure to explore the coast in a sailboat. One can rent a small sailboat or hire an expert to take you cruising along the coast. Today's side trip includes visiting the sites of ancient shipwrecks, coral reefs, and a delicious lunch by the beach. Next, the crew has a surprise in store, meeting up with some famous residents of the islands.
Yes, we're coming to the very exciting part. This is the turtles right now. Most exciting part of the tour.
On arrival, huge sea turtles come to the water's surface as if to greet the crew and passengers. The guide attracts the turtles with chunks of fish. Let's take the opportunity of a leisurely paddle in warm water to observe the turtles circling round.
Good fun, really good fun. I'm their father, so I feed them. I raise them from babies. Those of you who are watching, you gotta come to Barbados. You gotta see this, man. Turtle. We're feeding the turtles right off here in Barbados.
Coming face to face with these graceful creatures in their natural habitat is surely one of the best memories visitors to Barbados will never forget. It's time to say goodbye to the turtles. The captain has circled back towards the harbor. Before boarding the ship, a nightcap in the city of St. Lawrence is highly recommended. St. Lawrence is the liveliest city on the island. On the street, the air is rich with the smells of fresh grilled fish. George, as he's known in the region, has cooked for the people here for years now. He has secret recipes that he's constantly improving. But to see him cook like that, over a hot grill with his leather hat and coat, almost gives you a case of heat stroke.
Tonight we're offering a dolphin, blue marlin, and some kingfish. Everything nice and fresh.
On George's menu today, there's mahi-mahi, which here is called dolphin, marlin, Spanish mackerel, and the famous flying fish, a specialty of Barbados.
Well, this man is a multitask man. He's not only a cook, he's a fisherman, he's a businessman, he's a farmer. He does it all. Everything. He catches the fish, he cooks the fish, he farms all the ingredients, and brings it right to your plate. #1 fish in Barbados, in the Caribbean.
We got some boats, a couple of boats at sea, you know. Bring them in one Jew anytime now.
Very fresh, boneless, soft, tender. You should try some. Very good. Everybody should try some. Come to Barbados, you'll love it.
And it's as good as they say, but for the privilege of tasting it, visitors must be patient because there's always a lineup at George's. And time is of the essence since the ship plans to leave Barbados before long. After this typical meal, it's time to head back to the ship, which will be leaving port tonight. According to the captain's plans, by tomorrow morning we should be close to St. Lucia, a small paradise island in the Caribbean Sea. It's still early in the morning as the ship moves towards its first destination. During the night, the captain has set his course for St. Lucia, a volcanic paradise to the northeast of Barbados. The captain anticipates arriving at 8:30.
Well, departure from port is very exciting for guests, and also for the people that are in maneuver, including the captain. All sea vessels, they are great ships. They are beautiful, really, as vessels. Also, how they handling the sea. I can say you can turn this vessel in a glass of water, really.
The crew of the Silverwind is cosmopolitan, even though the family that founded the company is of Roman origin. The captain himself was born in Sorrento, Italy. He's kept his Italian touch in overseeing the ship.
She's better than the wife, I can tell you, because she do everything you ask, but no complain at all, you see? So, I can tell you. And I have to tell you the truth, when I am in vacation for 2 months or 3 months, I miss the money. Yes, true.
The first stopover is right ahead. The paradise island of St. Lucia awaits. St. Lucia is an island of mountains and greenery, a relatively unknown tropical gem where the banana industry still outperforms tourism. Annually, St. Lucia exports from 50 to 60,000 tons of bananas, and that's just to England. Unlike the coral island of Barbados, St. Lucia is a volcanic island, as evidenced by its rugged landscape, its wooded mountain ranges that stretch from north to south, and its twin towers, the small and large Piton. Over 2,000 feet tall, the two volcanic cones emerged during a violent earthquake here nearly 40,000 years ago. Today, they dominate nearly 20,000 acres of rainforest full of birds and flowers of all colors. While visiting, take the opportunity to stock up on fresh fruits like mangoes, papaya, pineapple, soursop, passion fruit, guava, and coconuts that all grow in abundance in the volcanic soil. There are also many hiking trails managed by the Forest Department of St. Lucia. Along with orchids and exotic flowers of the rainforest, more than 30 species of birds will delight birdwatchers. Another curiosity of St. Lucia, it's home to the only volcano in the world that can be visited by car in Soufriere in the southwest. When you descend Soufriere, you'll understand the smell comes from the French word for its namesake, sulfur. Although the volcano has been dormant for tens of thousands of years, geologic activity is intense. In the caldera can be seen bubbling sulfur springs, but don't get too close. The mineral-saturated water reaches up to 85 degrees Celsius, hot enough to melt the tires of cars that venture too close. After this adventure in St. Lucia, it's time to head back on board. All that hiking in the rainforest and visiting the sulfur springs will surely stimulate the appetite. Fortunately, the food aboard the Silverwind is as exceptional as everything else. 2 beautiful dining rooms, each offering a different menu. La Terrazza is an excellent Italian restaurant where one can enjoy the finest Italian cuisine while navigating the waters of the world. The second dining room, simply called the restaurant, offers a wide variety of dishes on a different theme each day, from riches of the sea to an east-west fusion. Whatever you choose, the variety and quality of food remains exceptional. Chef Laurent Smith directs the huge kitchen, where the whirlwind of activity is constant. During a typical cruise, the kitchen staff prepares more than 7,000 eggs, 100 pounds of beef, 6 tons of fresh fruit and vegetables, and over 100 pounds of fine chocolate. In ports of call, Chef Laurent chooses his ingredients, fresh fish and local market specialties, which allow him to integrate local flavors into his gastronomic menus. The variety and presentation are as spectacular as the dishes themselves. To answer questions from guests, the dining room staff meets before each meal to learn the ingredients and cooking techniques of each dish.
Second appetizer pasta is ravioli alle punte d'asparagi con salsa al tartufo.
Pasta appetizer. So it comes with fresh asparagus points, and we sauteed it, and it also is stuffed with the asparagus.
Very good.
Aboard the ship, mealtime is always a special moment. If the spirit moves you, why not invite friends to join in for a meal on your terrace? Or in your suite, the same quality of service is available anywhere on board. A butler will be pleased to bring whatever is ordered, never overlooking the slightest detail. And of course, there's nothing like a fine glass of wine with a meal. The sommelier on board will suggest the best wines. At reasonable prices, there's a large selection of fine wines to choose from. After the meal, it's time to get serious about partying. Tonight, it's the captain's welcome aboard cocktail evening in the Salon Parisien. This multi-level theater offers a wide selection of entertainment, classical concerts, and movie night, popcorn included. But tonight, guests are invited to a get-acquainted evening with the captain and crew. Let's raise a glass to toast this dream cruise that's now officially underway. This Atlantic crossing is sure to be memorable, just like the welcome aboard party. We're now in a second day at sea. Our next destination can be seen in silhouette in the distance. During the night, the ship has sailed north, bypassing the chain of Caribbean islands to Antigua. The 280 square kilometer island is almost entirely surrounded by coral reefs, which allowed the British Admiral Horatio Nelson to protect his fleet from enemy ships. These reefs that provided secure access to the port back in 1784 now attract many visitors who enjoy the peace and quiet. While the captain skillfully maneuvers to enter the port of St. John, huge ships are in view. These mega ships carry 10 times more passengers than the Silverwind. Guests on board this intimate vessel will surely feel privileged, as if on a private yacht. It is claimed that there are 365 beaches on the island of Antigua, one for each day of the year. But visitors ashore only have one day this time out, so be sure to make the best of it. Choose the tour that offers kayaking, hiking, and snorkeling. The adventure begins in our guide's boat as we head towards the kayak trip starting point.
So easy. I'm embarrassed to show you, but I'm going to show you anyway. If you can do this, and if you can do that, you can kayak. Shall I show you again?
The guide isn't exaggerating. These kayaks are very easy to maneuver. Everyone can do it. This is also the perfect way to observe birds, fish, and the overall coastline. With any luck, visitors will see tropical birds, turtles, even the stingrays and parrotfish that often swim to the water's surface. One quickly feels at ease in these small multicolored boats, and even adults can't resist the fun of racing them. And it's not over. Next stage of your trip to Antigua, a hike to the top of Bird Island, where one can observe tropical birds that haven't yet migrated to Argentina for the summer.
When I see them, I'll stop whatever I'm doing. Okay, that's one.
Right there.
Okay, that's it. I hope he comes back, yeah? Now, this
This bird should not be here because there are 500 of them that left a few days ago. See that it touches.
The guide takes time to explain how global warming affects Antigua's famous coral reefs.
Most coral reefs in the world are slowly dying. The Great Barrier Reef off Australia is going to be dead by 2050 if global warming continues.
The tour winds down with snorkeling, where visitors can see for themselves the state of the coral reefs. All equipment is provided, and no worries, the water temperature is perfect, close to 27 degrees Celsius or 80 Fahrenheit. Diving confirms what the guide mentioned. The coral reefs, once colorful and crowded with fish, are now faded and crumbling. But despite the coral's pitiful state, the swim was refreshing and has also raised everyone's awareness of the situation. During the stopover in Antigua, why not treat yourself to a little altitude, flying over a volcano? Take a helicopter to the island of Montserrat, where the long-dormant Soufriere volcano suddenly awakened in July 1995. The eruption destroyed the airport and docks, buried the capital, Plymouth, under layers of mud, and made half the island uninhabitable. Today, the tourism industry is back to life, ironically thanks to the volcano that attracts tourists to the island, once known as the Emerald Isle of the Caribbean. And so, it's on these beautiful landscapes that the cruise's third day ends. The captain and his crew are ready to sail on towards the next discovery awaiting us. It's still early in the morning. Since yesterday, the ship has begun its crossing of the Atlantic. After a few days in the islands, 5 full days at sea are now on schedule. In leaving Antigua, the captain has set his course for the Azores archipelago. There's excitement in the air. Crossing the Atlantic by ship is a journey few people can lay claim to having done. To prepare for this leg of the cruise and have peace of mind, a morning yoga session is surely appropriate. For those who like to work out, a fitness center is located on the upper deck. In addition to offering a magnificent view of the ocean from there, the fitness center is equipped with a wide variety of state-of-the-art equipment. Whether you prefer that or free weights, it's easy to keep that healthy lifestyle even at sea. The Silver Wind also offers instructors for those who want to take a step or aerobics class during the cruise. Finally, for those who love team sports, a small swimming pool is the perfect place for some fun and energetic games of volleyball. As spectators look on, both teams clash in a duel where the ultimate goal is to have fun. Whatever the outcome, both teams come out winners in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, a perfect setting on this beautiful sunny day. While passengers enjoy the beautiful day, the chef in the kitchen is busier than ever.
Nos passagers viennent dans la cuisine aujourd'hui, donc il faut qu'on fasse vraiment que ça paraisse très bien, quoi. Que les gens ils arrivent là, ils disent waouh.
He and his crew are preparing lunch. In special cases, passengers are invited to the kitchen where a sumptuous buffet awaits. Everything must be perfect.
C'est toute la cuisine froide là. Vous avez du saumon, vous avez des sushis, des sashimi, des colcates. Les cuisiniers ont fait un peu de sculpture avec des fruits et des légumes. Vous avez des pingouins, des bunny heads. Enfin, il y a un peu de tout quoi. C'est spécial aujourd'hui, hein. C'est bien décoré. Allez papa. Hello, good afternoon, madame.
For many passengers, this buffet is one of the fondest memories of their cruise.
We have some shrimp, madame, yeah, we should, you know.
Don't worry about calories. Why not just pamper yourself and enjoy the dining room's wonders? A full buffet of desserts, featuring, among others, a castle made entirely of chocolate. Fortunately, on board, along with stimulating the taste buds, there's everything in the gym to then burn off the calories. And to stimulate the mind, interesting conferences are offered throughout the cruise. This afternoon, the guest speaker will be giving a talk entitled Wallis and Windsor.
Thank you. Can you hear me all right? No.
After the conference, music lovers can enjoy an evening of music with one of the many talented musicians on board. Don't miss this unique opportunity to attend a classical concert in the middle of the Atlantic. The Atlantic crossing is unfolding beautifully. There's only one day before reaching the Azores archipelago. The ship is a few hundred kilometers off the islands. The Silver Wind has now traveled about 3,500 kilometers from Antigua. The last 24 hours are devoted to entertainment on board.
Let's have a look in the panorama here. I believe we have a bartender's competition taking place.
Today, the crew is excited as a friendly competition between kitchen staff takes place. No mercy, no slacking off. Only the best recipe will be declared the grand prize winner. The judges are ruthless. Almost. It's all in good humor, of course, with the winner being entitled to applause. Later in the day, it's the chef's turn to show off.
Ladies and gentlemen, do enjoy this wonderful Relais Chateau cooking presentation. Chef, it's all yours.
Okay, so for this recipe, what do we need first?
So first we need the foie gras.
There we go.
But this time, no competition, only lessons. Passengers can get tips from the chef on board, along with learning some great new recipes. Today's demonstration is about an item highly sought after by gourmets, foie gras. This culinary specialty is rather temperamental. It can help make the best meal of the world, or the worst. One must carefully choose the ingredients that go with it, and control the cooking so that its delicate flavor isn't destroyed by heat. But with a leader like that of Silverwind, no need to worry. Listen carefully to his advice, and even novices can reproduce this delight at home.
Thank you very much. Have a nice lunch. Thank you. Thank you.
After attending the two seminars, it's time to move a bit. To this end, the crew has improvised a game of mini-golf in the ship's hallways. The goal is simple. Along with other passengers, have fun. As for the rest, this is a vacation. The crew will take care of everything. In the evening, to end off this long voyage across the Atlantic, enjoy an outing to the theater for a magic show. Presented exclusively at the Paris Salon, you'll be dazzled by the spectacle of the magician who knows how to manipulate cards as well as swords. But don't lose your head over it. There are many entertainment opportunities on board. There's also a small casino where the atmosphere is warm and friendly. It features slots, blackjack, and roulette. Good luck! It's no secret that after the casino, some players like to unwind and maybe celebrate their winnings with a fine cigar. The ship's cigar room is the perfect place for both. And last but not least, the evening ends off with a jazz concert at the Sao Paris exhibition. A perfect way to end off having traveled 4,000 kilometers across the sea while having fun. Tomorrow, another adventure awaits us, visiting an archipelago of volcanic islands, the Azores. But for now, the only likely eruption is the frenzied jazz in the great band's private concert. Enjoy the show! It's almost noon. After 5 days in the open sea, the island of Faial, which is part of the archipelago of the Azores, is on the horizon. This is the first of the 2 islands passengers will get to visit after their long voyage across the Atlantic. The Azores archipelago, which consists of 9 islands, is part of Portugal and is located about 1,500 kilometers west of the coast. On Pico, the island adjacent to Faial, is the Pico volcano, which is 2,300 meters high, making it the highest peak of Portugal. The 2 islands, lush and verdant, support an abundance of vegetation. From a distance, they look like a mix of Hawaii and Ireland. The ship will be leaving tonight at 7 p.m., so make the most of your stay in Horta, the capital of the first Faial island. To see as many places as possible, some passengers choose a charter bus tour. It includes a trip to the volcanic crater in the center of the island, which is 2,000 meters wide and 500 meters deep. The last volcanic activity dates back over 50 years, which slightly modified the size of the island and caused the immigration of 4,000 residents to the United States, since their land was buried under sand and ashes. The tour then moves on to new volcanic formations on the island's northwest coast. Don't forget your camera when you visit these islands, and bring an extra memory card. Here, no matter where you look, it seems there's always something worth photographing. For centuries, all kinds of browsers have stopped in Horta. Christopher Columbus stopped here while returning from the Americas. One of the many cafes on the island has even become the meeting place for sailing enthusiasts. The sports cafe, known as Peter's Cafe, is a mandatory stop for sea lions around the world. The place is often crowded, but that's a good sign. It says that the grouper cooked in garlic is worth it. Horta is a delightful city to visit, though there always comes a time to say farewell. The captain must leave the port and take us to the next island in the Azores. The next morning, it's cool and cloudy. The Silver Wind docks at Ponta Delgada on the island of Sao Miguel, the largest and most populated of the Azores. The one-day stop offers several excursions, including visits around the island on a 4x4. Another exciting day surely lies ahead.
Safari. We're heading up to Setsidaj. It's one of our 3 craters here on the island. The crater's aged at about 20,000 years old, and it last erupted 650 years ago. We're going to be overlooking the twin lakes, one of which is a blue lake and the other one a green lake. A small village down at the bottom of the crater with a population of about 850 people.
These vehicles are ideal for small gravel roads and footpaths used by farmers for centuries. And they can also lead tourists to off-the-beaten-track gems where tour buses can't pass. The Jeep reaches the crater's rim. One can also see the 2 twin lakes near a village in the heart of the caldera. It really looks like there are different colors. One is green, one is blue. It is said that a princess in love with a shepherd was forced to leave her lover. They cried so much that their tears formed the 2 lakes. But in reality, the color difference can be explained simply by the fact that one reflects the blue sky and the other the green of the meadow. The only drawback to this type of cruise is the relatively short duration of stopovers. Often, one would like to have a day or 2 longer to visit the islands, but there's no choice. There are many more wonders to discover. We console ourselves by saying we'll surely come back one day, and that the next destination will surely be as exciting and wonderful as the last. At the end of the day, the guide takes us back to the dock, just steps from the gangway. The ship leaves port in a few minutes. Just enough time to say goodbye and climb aboard our floating palace. We continue our dream cruise, yet our transatlantic voyage aboard the Silver Wind is drawing towards its end. Our final destination, Cadiz in Spain. But there's still one more Portuguese island to discover. This morning, there's a thick fog. The ship comes slowly into the port of Funchal on Madeira Island. The island is part of the Portuguese archipelago in the Atlantic. Politically, it is part of Europe, even if it's actually closer to Africa. Funchal is a modern city with over 100,000 inhabitants, built on the hillsides surrounding the port. At the top is the small village of Monte. Take the easiest path, by cable car. As we ascend, the fog lifts and the air becomes purer. Tourists from around the world come here for the area's therapeutic benefits. At the top, we find the Church of Nossa Senhora do Monte with its impressive stands. A visit to this magnificent church is really worth it. But for the descent, brace yourself. Here's your driver. These are the brakes. And here's your super efficient Portuguese-style means of transport. For hundreds of years, farmers used the old wicker baskets to transport their products to market in Funchal. Today, it is the tourists who take advantage of them to their great pleasure. If you have a weak heart, it's better to abstain. Ernest Hemingway claims to have had one of the most exhilarating experiences of his life here. After sledding partway down, continue on with a walking tour of Funchal and its beautiful public gardens in the heart of the city. One can buy most of the flowers and plants found in the region in the market at Funchal. There's a wide variety of fruit and vegetables from all over, and this is a perfect opportunity to meet locals as they do their shopping. Madeira is also known internationally for the local wine that bears its name. The wine cellars of the Blandy family have been here since 1811 and still attract many tourists. On-site tasting of their finest wines is welcomed, including the famous Madeira. But moderation is always best, especially to avoid the risk of forgetting the ship's departure time. The discovery of Madeira is the result of serendipity. Navigators of the 18th century crossed the Atlantic carrying wine in wooden barrels. With the heat and the rolling of ships, the wine is naturally Madeirized. As such, today in Blandy, the wine is kept in a warm room until it becomes real Madeira. Unfortunately, the journey to Funchal is nearing completion. Our vessel must return to sea to complete this magnificent transatlantic cruise on to Cadiz, Spain. In Cadiz, the Silver Wind will take other passengers on board to continue her adventures around the globe. We hope this dream cruise across the Atlantic was enjoyable. Yet there are still a multitude of special destinations to discover, so keep that boarding pass to set sail with us again soon on our next Dream Cruise.